politicians wanabonga mob. That's why kwa parliament kuna speaker, ndio ujue vitu ziko wrong. Pedestrians wanapisha gari kupita kwa zebra crossing. Ka unachuki nami heri ni poison na rat and rat kuliko uninunulie Passat. Fans za elimu free zinalipia mtoto wa minister private school fees. Kukuwa mtu mzuri ni hatia, ni walinishuku nikiofa mrembo lift kwa njia. Tafadhali samahani shukran, ni terms zimepotea kata tu kwa skini ya Msudan. Kisu ni cutlery, kwa mkono ya romba ni silai na increase casualties. Ukipenda utamu ya sweeti kuwa tayari kuvumilia cavities. What up everybody and welcome to whatever this is. I surely hope that you're doing great, you're doing fantastic, and you're doing your best to better yourself and everyone around you, even for the environment. And of course, the weekend is for sports. Yeah, the weekend is for sports. And a lot has been happening on the sports bit. And I don't know, we have had quite a few, not a few matches as in few, but a lot of matches. And since we probably analyzed the matches that were coming on, a lot has happened and we are just getting to the home stretch. This is the time where and especially in the English Premier League, where teams needs to go on that run in order to secure certain places within the table of the English Premier League. That notwithstanding, in basketball news, the NBA in particular, it's the All-Star weekend, and of course for this one you'd be expecting to see the 3 points contest, you'd be expecting to see the dunk contest, you'd be expecting now to see even the all-star game. And we already have the starting five in the Eastern Conference that has Jalen Brunson. It has got who else? I remember Jalen Brunson because he was the first one to be called. And then you have Mitchell from where? From the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jalen Brunson is from the New York Knicks. Then you have who else from the East? Why am I forgetting these guys from the East? You have Karl Anthony Towns. You have who else? You have Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then you have Jason Tatum. Yeah, that's the starting five. Unfortunately, LaMelo Ball didn't make it to this starting lineup, which I think for an all-star game, this guy was supposed to be a definite starter because he's a true showman and people are definitely guaranteed to have entertainment. Yeah. So even Damian Lillard didn't make it to the first team. And who else? Who else didn't make it? I'm forgetting the name. Otherwise, in the Western Conference, if we are going by the old format where it's East versus the West, the Western Conference is supposed to take this. But I hear there is a new format that will be coming on board. Otherwise, the Western Conference is stacked. Of course, you have the chef, Steph Curry. You have SGA from the Oklahoma City Thunder. You have KD, Kevin Durant from the Phoenix Suns. You have who else made it here? The fourth person, LeBron James. Of course, the king has to be there. and then you have the Joker, Nikola Jokic. So I don't know which team expects to win against this one, because this one is immense. Because you already have the three guys who represented well in the Olympics team within the Western Conference alone. That's in KD, LeBron, and Steph Curry. Anthony Edwards didn't make it to this team. Kyrie didn't make it. Doncic didn't make it. So there are a lot of superstars who didn't make it to the first team, but you would expect you wouldn't have any qualms with this particular one, except maybe one would argue that Victor Wembanyama should have made it to this one, but he has very many more to come. Yeah. And in local news, my team will be playing against Umoja this weekend at the Nyayo Stadium. That's the Nairobi City Thunder. So yeah, we hope for the best. Yes, in the English Premier League. Let me take out the fixtures. The fixture for the weekend. So, what we will be expecting, the biggest match, actually, this is like in actual facts, the biggest match for the weekend would be AFC Bournemouth playing against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Bournemouth is proving to be quite a good team, but also Nottingham Forest, so far it has shown title challenge credentials as well. So for this one, I'd argue that this is the biggest match of the weekend. I know Manchester City will be playing against Chelsea, but that's from a fan perspective. From a fan's point of view, because a lot of eyeballs will be on this match, you would say it's big. But in actual sense, on paper, FC Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest is arguably and by far the biggest match of the weekend. Yeah, so for this one, of course, if you look at the table, you'd say that Nottingham Forest are the favorites. But going by current form, I'd say I'd be rooting for FC Bournemouth to win. Not that I don't want Nottingham Forest to go above Arsenal, but Bournemouth are immense. And then Brighton and Hove Albion will be hosting Everton. Everton, of course, fighting relegation, so it's an interesting matchup. But of course, you'd fancy Brighton and Hove to be winning this one. Liverpool and Ipswich. This is a standard Liverpool win. It's a Liverpool win, and by a huge margin, written all over this fixture. And it will be played at Anfield, so you'd expect Liverpool to be taking this one comfortably. So in any way, if you're rooting against Liverpool, unless it's at the 80th minute and they're still 0-0, then unaanza kukaza. Yeah, so this one is all Liverpool. Southampton against Newcastle. You'd expect Newcastle to be winning this one, but because Southampton is fighting relegation, they really need to be pushing themselves here, but I fancy Newcastle for this one. And then Wolverhampton Wanderers will be playing against, or will be hosting, the Arsenal. And for this one, of course, what do you expect? Arsenal, except we are a bit flat up front, and unless certain people turn up, we could be having quite a long day. We could be Depending on set pieces, because also Wolverhampton Wanderers are the worst team in defending set pieces, and we are arguably like the best team in attacking through set pieces. So 1 + 1, yeah, that's the math. And then again, it would be interesting to see if Mateus Cunha will be playing in this match. Yeah, and that's a real name, Mateus Cunha. He's a Brazilian and he plays for Wolves. Because Saka is injured, it's quite a long-term injury, and within this transfer window, Arsenal are also looking at Mateus Cunha as a replacement, not a replacement, as like a stopgap for Saka until that time comes. If you want to have any chance of winning the Premier League, or just to have a fighting chance, Arsenal need to do something up front, and Mateus Cunha has come out as one of the top targets for that position. So it would be interesting to see if he'll be playing this weekend. If he does not, he could be coming to Arsenal. Now, he's a good player. He's quite a good player. Now the problem is if he comes to Arsenal, yeah, the amount of banter we will be receiving here in Kenya and probably in Tanzania, just by virtue of his name. Yeah, sorry about what is happening outside. We hope he doesn't go beyond what he's doing right now. Anyway, yeah, Mateus Cunha will be interesting to see if he will be starting in this matchup. Yeah, but I'd fancy Arsenal for this one. And then Chelsea against Man City. This one is anyone's game. Because Chelsea has been faltering lately, I'd go for Manchester City to be taking this one. And then for the other ones, Tottenham against Leicester. Tottenham, of course. Aston Villa and West Ham. Yeah, I'd fancy a draw for this one. And then Fulham hosting Manchester United at the Craven Cottage. So for this one, you know what it is. Fulham are the better team, and by far. And I'd expect them to be winning this one. So yeah, it's a wait and see kind of situation, and then we see what pans out over the weekend. I don't know what your prediction would be. How do you fancy your team heading into these matchups? Yeah, and we see where the league ends up. Yeah, and then also within the transfer window, I don't know which areas you'd want your team to address. That you feel that if this happened, then it's going to affect your team positively heading into the last stretches of this league season. And then if you need to sell anyone, who are you looking at? Yeah, I know there are teams that are looking to offload everyone. Yeah, we know those teams. Anyway, that's it for today. We wait for the results. We hope that the results don't affect in any way negatively your life. Yeah, we will banter because we are expected to banter, because that's the nature of sports. Yeah, let's head into the weekend, because the weekend is for sports. Peace.